this just happened to me while I was sitting in the van. Someone smashed the door, tried to break in. I yelled at him. He fled the scene. The police are on their way. Yelled at him.
Did he take anything?
No, once it happened, I just screamed. I said, "Hey, what are you doing?"
He was sitting in the back. It's a camper. The guy didn't know he was in there. Then he heard the window break.
So I'll just write down your information. You can talk to my partner here.
Sure.
Give him a description of who
Yeah.
you saw breaking in the window.
See any weapons?
I didn't notice any weapons. I'm not even sure what he smashed the window with. So I was in the back, so when I heard it, I immediately reacted and I yelled. What are you doing? What is that? And when he realized I was in there, he ran away. I did not notice the vehicle. He did run past this row of cars and then past, I believe, the next one as well. And then after that, I lost him and I called the police right away.
He was in with anyone else?
I don't think so. He was not. There was no one else in the vicinity of the vehicle. It was just him.
So unfortunately, man, to be honest, this is like one of the number one cars in the city.
I know. Right. Nothing was taken.
Nothing was taken.
Thank God I was in there, and I was about to run to Target to pick up some stuff, and it would have been terrible if I wasn't in there. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys, he's probably around in the area, maybe. So. Yeah.
We'll look for cameras, too, in the area.
We're going to go talk to Stonestown because the cameras sometimes work here.
All right. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. That's all right. Thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. The police were really awesome, super helpful.
We're really sorry what happened.
It happens,
I'm so sorry.
It's
we had it happen to us too.
Yeah, I feel like it happens to everybody around here. Fortunately, I was in the van when it happened. So
I can't believe it!
I was sitting right. This is a little camper, so I was just sitting in the back eating some lunch, and yeah.
Did you see who did it?
I saw it. I called the police immediately, and
did they catch them?
I don't know. There were about 4 squad cars here a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, we saw them. We saw them.
So they're out. He ran towards the university. So
he was in the back when it happened. He called the police right away. That's why so many came. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one. Take care. My adrenaline is still going. It's been about a half hour at this point, and I'm just trying to figure out what to do. I don't really know how to get this glass replaced in a timely manner. I'm supposed to leave the city in a couple of days to go with Shannon. We're going to be hitting the road in her van, and I got to get this fixed because it is pouring rain. This is like literally the worst possible timing. As if smashing a window isn't bad enough, it's like you're smashing the window when it's pouring rain and everything inside the van is going to get destroyed. I guess the people who do this kind of thing don't really care though, do they? So the rain seems to have stopped, at least for the time being here. So hopefully things will stay a little bit dry. I'm going to head over to a Lowe's. There's a parking garage at the Lowe's. And then an auto glass, like a mobile auto body person that I just called, is gonna come meet me there and try to get this glass replaced right away, so I don't really have to worry about it. So that's good news, and it seems relatively cheap. It's a couple $100 to get it done. So I'm just gonna go park, try to get out of the rain, and just hang out in that parking lot. Made it over to the Lowe's parking garage here, and I'm just hanging out, at least I'm out of the rain, so everything's not getting wet inside the van anymore. Haven't really been able to do too much else. There is just shattered glass, but the guy who's coming said that he would be able to vacuum it up before they start replacing the window and everything like that. So it's going to be at least a few hours, though. I got a little bit of time, and, they said they're going to take a little while to get this done. So I'm just going to be hanging out, taking it easy inside the van. Definitely not how I expected the day to go here. Just to kind of recap what happened today, I ran over to the mall. I was going to pick up some groceries from the Target and the Trader Joe's there this morning. But before I ran in, I was kind of hungry, so I ate a really early lunch. It was only like 11 o'clock, but I decided to make a sandwich back here, and thank God I did, because as I was finishing up the sandwich, someone walks up to the van and smashes the window, and I didn't see them until I heard the smash. That's what kind of got my attention. But what's interesting is that, I had the curtains pretty much open like this. If he had just looked before he smashed, he would have seen me sitting right here. But anyways, the guy smashes the window, and I immediately reacted, obviously. I went up, definitely yelled at him, might have said a few swear words, things that I'm not too proud of, but I was pretty angry. I think it's justifiable. And he was, he scared the crap out of him. He didn't expect me to be in here, so the look on his face was just like, oh my gosh, and he ran off on foot into the distance. And I immediately called the police, and they were super helpful. I cannot commend San Francisco police and their response enough for this. it was pretty awesome. They sent like 4 squad cars within 5 minutes. There were a bunch of police officers all over the place, and they had the university police nearby out looking for the guy as well. So hopefully they find him. You know, I don't think that they will. I think that, you know, within 5-10 minutes the guy can get into a vehicle and drive away and be gone forever kind of thing. But definitely was not a lot of fun, but at the same time, I am extremely lucky that I was sitting in the van when it happened, and that it hadn't happened 5 or 10 minutes later when I was running into Target to pick something up or something like that. So I would have lost a lot more than just the windshield. And fortunately, I was not hurt. I was not sitting in the front seat when it happened. You know, the last time this almost happened, I was in Golden Gate Park, and someone was about to smash the rear window, and I was sitting right next to it. So that would have been a lot worse. I would have probably ended up getting really hurt. So at least it happened this way, and I'm fortunate for that. But again, not really the way I was expecting to spend my day. What I was planning to do today was wrap some Christmas presents and get them ready to send in a package to my family for Christmas. So I'm gonna try to take a little break from dealing with all this broken window stuff. I got a couple hours to kill anyways while I'm waiting for the repair guy to show up. So I'm gonna wrap some presents. I can't tell if it's just harder to wrap presents inside a tidy van or if I've actually gotten worse at wrapping presents. You know what's funny is even before all of this happened today with my window getting smashed in the parking lot, this video was going to be, at least in part, about vehicle break-ins, and the reason for that is, I kid you guys not, Shannon's van was also broken into a few days ago, and she was not as lucky as I was. It happened overnight. We were actually staying with Roman, that dog that we had introduced you guys to in the last video. She's been dog sitting at their house occasionally while they've been out of town, the owners. So we stayed at that house that night, and my van was parked right next to hers. Fortunately, my van was not broken into. I got spared for a couple more days, but hers was, and she lost a lot of stuff. I mean, her laptop, her monitor, the monitor that we just put up in the last video and spent a bunch of time mounting in the last video, as well as some clothes. A bridesmaid dress for a wedding that we're going to this weekend was stolen, so she can't replace that. Just a bunch of stuff, and unfortunately, that's just kind of just how it works. Like, this is part of being in San Francisco. It just seems to happen to a lot of different people a lot of the time, and I guess the longer that you're here, the more likely it is that it's going to happen to you. I keep seeing these like work trucks and stuff and vans pulling into the parking lot, and I think that maybe it's the person that's coming to fix the glass on the window, but it is like a Lowe's parking lot, so I guess it makes sense. There's a lot of work vans. None of them have been the guy just yet. It's pretty funny. There's been a security guard driving around the Lowe's parking lot here, doing loops in the parking garage and going upstairs and then downstairs and that whole thing. He's driven by the van maybe 6 or 7 times over the past 3 hours, and he hasn't even said a word or even seemed to have noticed that there's a wide open window with smashed glass everywhere. Like, he hasn't stopped to ask me what was going on or anything like that. I don't know, maybe he's just not the most observant security guard. Or maybe this just happens so often that he doesn't even really worry about it. Good as new. It's like it never even happened. And the best part is now I have to go back to that exact parking lot where the window got smashed this morning to pick up the Amazon package at the Amazon locker that I was waiting for there in the first place. So hopefully that same guy isn't roaming around the parking lot and about to cause more trouble to the van. I think I'm gonna end the vlog here though, guys. We are planning to get out of the city, and I think that we need this break from the city, definitely, both Shannon and I. So we're gonna take her van more than likely, and like I said in the last video, do a trip, head south. We're leaving in 2 days, so I think it'll be nice to get out of here. I'm looking forward to getting a break from San Francisco. Thanks for watching, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to those of you out there who celebrate Christmas and New Year's, and I'll talk to y'all in the next video.